How fucked up does a hand feel about these seeing stars and shit? How funny! What was you thinking?
You are now listening to the Stoned Conservatives podcast.
Oh, fuck no!
Every time. That is a tradition here at Stone Conservatives. You're listening to me, your host, Cam. And over there is Alan. That means good. That means good and stoner. How's everyone doing today?
You're unleashed.
I am unleashed. For a while, I was practicing, maybe not, cussing and pretty much censoring myself because I had a part in a radio show and inside a station at one point.
An FM radio show.
A real
which you had to
FM
follow FCC FCC guidelines
and AM radio too. Like, I really had to abide by it, and you can't talk about other people's shows. So, like, I can't say, like, fuck potential problems.
But you can here because
now we got our own network. And I'm hoping to start that off with you, Alan. We should create a potential problems network.
There is.
See? Well, Alan, we're going to have to break the third wall here.
Okay.
Our audience doesn't know this yet.
I hope they do.
Well, now they do now. Yes. So
it's been about a month since the last episode, right?
Yeah, and
if not a little more.
The reason why is because I wasn't really sure whether to even continue doing this. One, two, I wasn't really sure if I should have it on AM FM radio because it's called Stone Conservatives. To be honest, I don't even know that's even legal to even talk about on federal airs.
You keep saying that.
I keep saying that because I don't even know if like FCC would allow me to talk about the benefits of using drugs.
Guess what? They do it on news.
Buy your drugs
The news
here.
Can get away with it. I
guess so.
It's the same thing. If you're reporting on it, you're not out there promoting illegal behavior. It's not going to be that kind of an issue.
Well, I wanted to promote that behavior, but I didn't want them to like think I'm promoting it and telling people federally to go do it. I wanted people to do it, state medically.
What do you mean telling people federally to go do it? That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that could be like, for example, like for right now, if we're on air right now over there at the radio station I was at, and I was like, hey, and I think it's really good if you guys start using pot in order to
but that's not
alleviate pain and stress.
That's not federally doing anything.
Yeah,
that's just talking about things.
On federally, they'll be like, hey, man, that's drugs because it's still illegal. And then they'll get mad at me about it. So I wasn't sure about even doing that. And I was trying to get my friend Adrian. It's this legendary Adrian at this point.
You keep referencing, but there's never any actual progress made on getting Adrian on.
Adrian's coming on, I swear.
Like even when you were setting up all this radio stuff, John was asking because you told the group chat that you were going to try to get Adrian on, and John messaged me. He's like, who's this Adrian dude he's talking about? I'm like,
who's Adrian?
He's someone we went to high school with, but he keeps saying he's going to try to get him on and it never happens. He's said this for months.
Well, he's a busy guy.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want him to be my co-host too, and it was kind of like him and I's idea too to even start doing a podcast, and don't want to throw him under the table, and he's a good guy, and I want him to be part of it too. So I was trying to get him in there, and mostly trying to figure out how to run the station, because I got a brand new mixer. There's certain things I have to know, especially with like the dump button, if know what to say, stuff like that.
Where you got to take a shit.
Yeah, that's the dump button. I actually kind of got scared a little bit just because you said shit. That's how trained I am.
Yeah, well, you know why I said shit? Because I'm cool. You can laugh on mic.
I just don't want to. Dude, that's one of my favorite shows.
Home Improvement?
Yeah, hell yeah. So did you know that you could do a F-bomb in Canada as long as it's French radio?
Yeah, French-Canadian radio.
Fuck.
Restaurant fuck.
Restaurant de fuck.
Baguette fuck.
Yeah. So it's legal over there. I didn't even know. So no $10,000 fine. By the way, that's how much it cost. And I was a little worried that when we did our potential problems show that night, when you said, no, it wasn't you, it was your friend, said shit or fuck or something. After 10, though, it was okay. And I don't know if you didn't catch it. I know you were on that dumb button like a mofo. But I think I fucked
that one. I
error.
did listen back to, and somebody did say that, but it was also among like 3 other people also saying something, so it was kind of buried.
So you had to like listen for it.
Yeah, you had to really pay attention to hear it.
Yeah. So see, even then after 10 o'clock, you can slip, and every now and then it's more of like a safety net. But you can't just go and be like, oh yeah, we're potential problems about to fucking shit and cuss and fucking, because then they'll get really upset, and you can still get a complaint from someone if they wanted to. So that's not good. So yeah, don't do that. So I wanted to be at the station. I really liked it. I'm not going to go into too much about it, but basically I did like
They're losers.
I did 130 hours of work plus that, and only got like 2 days off the whole time. So and then he hired me as an independent contractor, which is kind of weird.
But you agreed to it.
I agreed to it, of course. I don't really know like laws and shit.
It's good to look up these kind of things before agreeing.
I know now.
Yeah.
And I was even told to leave my previous jobs and stuff like that. So I thought that was kind of weird too.
Yeah,
so
it was just basically an agreement that wasn't going to be beneficial for you, that you didn't see the downsides of initially.
Yeah, I just wanted to have fun. But, well, I didn't want to put up with all that pretty much of a regulation too. I wanted to be able to have your show, do my show, work at other places on my own time and stuff like that.
It's never good when somebody that's quote unquote hiring you is telling you don't go work at other places. Like, you didn't sign anything that was like non-compete, did you?
No. And the other thing is too,
and then telling you how to spend your fucking money. I'm still catching myself on the profanity.
What money? I didn't even get a check.
Anyways.
Yeah. So that's all I gotta talk. I got one check, but that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
And it wasn't worth it.
So there's other things on the horizon, but yeah, you're back to doing this.
Yeah, so I want to start this up, do it more and more. You're going to hear this a lot more. Maybe even get a camera and stuff in here and get it all set up. Maybe even get a studio somewhere going, maybe. That way we can all have somewhere to go. And I don't know, it's an idea. And that way, it'd be a good show, good network. We'll have a bunch of local podcasts and maybe even more comedy. And I want to do a podcast with you, Alan, an entirely different one than this one. Do you have an idea what it is?
No.
It's basically about space.
Oh, it's that rabbit hole bullshit?
Yeah, I just want to...
Where we just look up one space topic and then just start trying to calculate shit.
Yeah, it's just basically called Dumb Space or something.
It's not dumb, though!
Well,
all the shit that I had questions of was all completely valid as far as trying to gain perspective of, if Pluto's over here, what direction is the satellite that we sent to it in relation to the galaxy? Like, where is it headed?
Yeah, is it going out of the galaxy or is it going in towards it?
Yeah. And that kind of stuff, and trying to figure out perspective and things like that is just like, it's a very difficult thing to...
And we
have to be very careful in trying to convey the actual things that we're looking at, because we're constantly looking stuff up. But
now, what was it? It's 300,000 miles to the moon, and then right now I don't want to go through this whole thing now, but just to sum it up, wasn't it like 5 billion miles just to go to Pluto?
No.
How much?
3.4 billion.
3.4 billion.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after Pluto, it's going another 984 million to a Kuiper Belt object.
So even at that point, my brain starts to...
Which is going to take until January of 2019.
Jeez.
Because it only encountered Pluto for, about an hour at most.
Right. It just flew right by it.
Yeah.
Well,
because it's going 32 goddamn thousand miles an hour.
Well, I know that it was days of pictures and, on approach.
Yeah, as you get closer.
But as it was, probably flying by within, the horizon distance or whatever, yeah, it was a very quick pass by, retrospectively.
Yeah.
But,
and they saw it's got a couple more moons, and then you got all that other information.
That motherfucker has some moons, man?
Dude, they found out... I was looking up other stuff. Never mind.
See,
See,
that's
this is
why
the
we need a whole
That's
new
the rabbit
podcast.
hole. Yeah.
Maybe we should just call it Rabbit Hole. That'd be a cool name.
Yeah, something.
So, all right, Alan. Apparently, I got a message one day. They don't get enough weed stuff.
Yeah, get enough
So
weed stuff.
we're gonna talk a little bit more about some pot, the good old pot. So we need more bid sounds.
Yeah.
So vets for weed. I've been promoting this idea for a very, very long time. I think if you're a veteran and you serve this country, you should have the willing and choice of your medication.
Okay.
So I like the idea that they're choosing medical cannabis. And in New Mexico, they just recently talked to like a council, and they're going to pass 5 more things. I should have wrote this down, but one of them included if you're a veteran, you can get a card. So that's really cool. And I think that's how it should be.
Because the government's take on it is they don't want their people representing the country in that way to be seen as low energy stoners, is essentially why they're against it. And because of the whole federal thing, and since it's not going to be federally legal for quite some time, yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword right there. So it's tough for them to be able to say, yeah, we want our soldiers using this when it's not legal.
If you could guess, how long do you think it will be till it's fully legalized nationally?
At least another 10 years.
In 10 years, you're saying?
Yeah, before there's like an overwhelming majority of states.
So not during Trump's presidency?
Not likely. Do you honestly see him getting reelected at this point? I don't.
They're already trying to impeach him.
Yeah. Did you see the actors are saying they're going on strike until
What
Trump
actors?
impeaches, or until Trump leaves office?
Good, we don't need any
Like
shitty
Ellen
films.
and all the big name people.
Oh, good.
Oh no, we won't see wacky pre-planned out scare pranks with people from movies. And you won't see these weird little setups of, oh, these people are backstage, they get a phone call, come on up stage, come on up. Yeah. It's just fun.
I
Fucking hate Ellen DeGeneres.
Well, I hate those people. Those are the most
Whoa,
close.
whoa,
Whoa!
whoa.
I pressed a button for something.
Oh, okay. Which one did you...
I didn't mean it that way. I meant like the celebrities. I meant the celebrities.
Okay.
I swear I meant the celebrities. Please don't delete my Twitter. Don't delete my Twitter.
Yeah, your Twitter's probably not worth deleting, let's be honest.
Have you seen South Park's new episode?
Was pretty... As of which day this week?
I think yesterday.
No, I saw the one from last week.
Basically, they did this thing. Oh, there's a basically word in their account.
Basically count.
They did an episode where they were making fun of the social justice warriors, and then was it South Park? It had to have been South Park. I'm pretty sure it was South Park.
I don't know. You're the one who brought it up.
No, it was Family Guy. Same shit though. Same people almost, right?
Not nearly.
Yeah, not even close.
Not nearly.
But Family Guy riffed on it, and they were making fun of the social justice warriors and how it started snowballing. Brian basically took a picture of like a movie, and he's like, good thing I'm not seeing this, white privilege or some shit like that. And then everyone was calling him a racist, and they started deleting his Twitter and everything. Dude, it was great. I well, it's about time you start seeing like the other side of comedy. Like they've been always slamming Trump and shit, and I'm glad they're actually kind of looking at it a different way and going, well, how can we appease to these people?
I guess it depends on what you're watching. Sometimes it just doesn't even get discussed, and that's the type of stuff I enjoy more.
Well, they were slamming Taylor Swift about that. They're like, how come you're not so anti-Trump? Like, you're just barely anti-Trump. You're not anti-Trump enough. Like, they were really going at it with her, and that was like a big thing.
Well, people want to go at it with Taylor Swift. I know a lot of people that do, personally, where they're just like, Taylor Swift, yeah, I'd go at it with her.
Do you think those vets for weed would go at it for her?
It's possible. Why not, right?
Okay, so what's more medicinal, Taylor Swift or pot?
That's a tough one. What part of Taylor Swift?
All of it. I said it like she's an object.
I'm sure there's some kind of scientific test that could be done to prove that like her sweat is healing.
Okay, I see what you're going with. Like some weird.
So, but it would have to be somewhere
Indian
where it's
voodoo.
probably like fresh off the tap, like coming out of the sweat glands, or else it expires.
Okay.
So you have to catch her like right after a run, like a treadmill
Like her
workout or something like
estrogen.
that, and the sweat's going down. So you just lick the sweat from the ankle all the way up to the booty hole,
Alan,
and you get in there.
this is radio-friendly content. We can't talk about that.
You wouldn't eat Taylor Swift's booty hole.
Where's that dump button?
You wouldn't eat Taylor Swift's booty hole.
I have a very lovely girlfriend, and
But
you have a wife.
I know. It's okay to throw hypotheticals.
Hypothetically, I probably wouldn't. She is not a BL on my scale.
Oh, nobody is, because you're scared of buttholes.
We're not talking about this on my podcast.
I love eating buttholes. Well, a butthole.
Do you think the vets for weed like to... That's insulting.
What?
I was about to say something mean.
What's insulting?
I was going to say, do you think the vets for weed like to eat butthole?
I mean, yeah.
So what's
Yeah,
more,
they get down in
so
the
what's
trenches,
more
you know?
medicinal, butthole or marijuana?
Like I said, in this case, probably Taylor Swift's butthole, but for most people, probably
Alan, don't make me break the third wall. You're supposed to say that pot's more medicinal, so I can have a good point. Cut that out. Chip or whatever.
Cut that part out. Yeah,
So-
I got nothing.
Well, what I also so basically what I thought is if vets should have access to that, and so should all of America too. And that's how I was going to roll around with it. But now you got the whole butthole thing mixed in my conversation, and the audience is going to think
That's
we're-
quality.
Yeah, it's quality.
Quality variables here.
Did you hear about this? We're gonna do this again from the last show. You see that? You gotta see we're referencing old shows. That's how a podcast is. Medicinal pot weeks away from being sold in Texas. What do you think? What do you think about this?
It got legalized?
Yeah, so they're basically about ready to sell soon, like weeks away.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Just medically, or is it recreational?
Just medical.
I mean, that'd be insane if they had recreational.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening. For
I want to buy me one of them Blue Dream joints with some beef jerky edible.
Fucking, since everything's bigger in Texas, do you think their joints are just going to be like fucking
Oh my God, that'd be the best.
baseball bats?
Their kush is even bigger because it's Texas.
Yeah.
And we got good soil. Got all them poop in the
That
nitrates.
manure.
Manure.
That manure.
So sadly, with vets for weed, I was going to bring this up too. A kid at 11 months old was autopsied and found pot in his system, and they're claiming that he died from pot. So they're calling this... No! Stop. That's not funny. Gotta stop right there. I can't stop it. How do you can't do that on my show. This is not potential problems. You can't do that. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. How dare you, sir? I'm gonna have to cut that part out probably. How dare you, sir?
Anyways, you were saying?
No, I don't even know. I was a little bit distracted. Why? This is distract. You can't have laugh tracks on dead kids, Alan.
No, it's because of the association that they think it was because of pot that the kid died.
Oh, yeah. The audience will understand that we're doing that. Yeah. God damn it, Alan. This is a serious podcast, and it's meant to be serious for pot and individuals around America. God damn it. Okay, for real. God
very
damn
rude.
it.
That's very rude.
That's rude.
Very rude.
Very rude. Now that you're pulling up videos, go and pull up the video on my page.
Okay, which
So
one?
basically, my point was about this. The kid died from a disease that inflates his heart muscle and gives him a bunch of seizures on a daily basis. And then the parents were trying to treat the kid with some pot, and it probably did help for a little bit until they're like, well, we better fucking stop doing this. And then sure enough, the kid died, and now they're blaming the heavy THC in his blood for a pot overdose. You can't do that.
No, you can't.
If I had a heart attack because I ate a bunch of KFC and they were going to test up my pee or some shit, it doesn't mean that I died from a weed overdose. Yeah, so play this video. You without the laugh track.
I wouldn't do that.
So, if you can hear in the background, this kid is having a seizure, and the parent just gave him a couple milligrams or so, maybe like 30 milligrams of THC.
THC oil.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a lot of beeping.
Yeah, well, it's his heart. It's his heart monitor. Which, by the way, with the
I'm gonna mute that. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
with the kid, But look, slowly but surely,
it's pulling him out of it.
And then he's totally fine. And you know what his side effects may include on this commercial? Munchies.
Drowsiness, headache, nausea, vomiting.
No, that's not what it has. But yeah, he's fine. He's not seizuring. They should have been doing this a long time ago to that kid at 11 months old. I'm going to say this now. Whatever they got given to that 11-month-old isn't as healthy compared to the pot that they're giving that kid. That would probably say that.
It should be noted that pot does, increase the heart rate. So if you have a heart condition, that could be a contributing factor. And that's what they were saying in that article, that they used the word associated with his death. Marijuana is associated with his death. And somebody took that, a journalist took that and wrote an article saying, with a very clickbaity title, implying that the kid had died from the pot, that it was an overdose.
Yeah, so now I got relatives, I got people messaging me going, hey, Han, what about this? What about this? And it's a false article. Fake news. You liar. You're lying. Oh, come on. That's not the sound bit. Jesus fucking Christ. What is going on?
It's ridiculous to say that he overdosed.
Okay, so I get it, but even then, it's a little kid, 11 months old. Alan, he gave me shit that I was like kind of a little. I thought it was a little funny from that Little Peep video. And
Little Peep died.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna go check on my brother. He's been working out. And then he goes and checks on him, and he's
you just see a fucking dead body
and then
with its head back and mouth open.
And he's back on Snapchat. Oh, my brother just died in my arms.
God.
All fucked up, by the way. He was all fucked up.
Yeah,
on
no shit.
Both of them.
Oh,
all fucked up on Xanax.
I mean, he's Little Peep.
So they couldn't give.
I would have thought he was on marshmallows.
Yeah. So if Little Peep was more into hash oil, he wouldn't be dead today. People.
I don't think that, but he also probably wouldn't be rapping as Lil Peep.
Yeah, he'd actually probably be like a science major, because that's the drugs that turn people into what the paradigm of what people call pot does, or whatever. They always say that, oh, pot's a gateway drug. It's gonna lead them to heroin, and they get tattoos and turn gay. And that's the whole
tattoos don't turn people
GOP
gay.
Conservative side of it. But this is the true conservative side of it, and we know that it's bullshit. And this is my little rant about that today. And that's
okay.
Did you hear about this? Did you hear about a tranny that got beat up, and not kind of beat up, but more or less
a trans woman.
A trans woman. Is that not proper to say?
It depends on who you ask.
The tranny?
I don't know. It depends. Some more known trans people in the online communities are a little more like, it's case by case.
So this man with a woman body decides to go out on the street during a protest and wear a MAGA hat and record it. And at 2 minutes here in this video, you could see where they start to kind of intervene with her, and they take her hat, throw it on the ground, and start stomping on her hand as she's trying to get it. And then at one point of the video, they even threw water or like some type of like soda or something, like maybe like a flavored water, all over her, and she got drenched. And by the way, they've been throwing piss and urine and fecal matter at Berkeley and stuff like that, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a beverage.
Again, What
Could
do
be
you think?
acid.
What do you think is going to happen if you go to a group of people who are out for their cause on the fucking street and you provoke them
How does
to
that?
fucking act violent against you?
She was
because
just walking by
you
with
go,
the mega
you don't
hat.
go into there thinking that you're not going to start some shit. You go into there with that hat, and you're like, I know people are going to cause a problem. Just like with your Black Lives Matter video, you walked up to people saying, they were chanting Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives, and then you walk up trying to tell them, what about FBI statistics? And then you were surprised that they fucking swarmed you and tried over fucking talking you?
I was trying to play the "He's a Bitch" one.
Oh.
Oh,
You was a bitch?
I'll play in a second.
Oh, wait a minute. I remember what I did wrong.
Oh, you fucking up my podcast.
Yeah. That's okay.
You know what? I even.
There you go. Now do it.
Oh yeah.
They're losers.
Yeah. The losers. Thank you, Trump. God Emperor Trump.
God Emperor.
God Emperor. Okay, so she walked by. She didn't even go, hey, fuck you guys. They just took her hat and threw it on the ground. That's pretty much assault in my books. I don't give a shit.
not assault.
I don't give a shit if you think
The
it was
stomping on the
provoked or not.
foot, the stomping on the... Yes, it matters.
No, it
Because you
doesn't.
wouldn't have gotten assaulted if you didn't go up and provoke.
So I probably wouldn't have almost gotten assaulted if I
would have
didn't
been
tell
your
them
fault.
my statistics.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, if see, there's a thing where you could like lie to people and go undercover and be like, no, I'm making this for stone libs on YouTube.
But why would I lie like that, Alan? I'm not a liar like these liberals, like these leftist, socialist,
Do you want to get the real information?
fascists.
Do you want to get the real information and them to be on your side?
Infowars.com.
Then you could expose the crazy shit. Take notes from Crowder on that shit. Go undercover.
Have you actually seen what Crowder's been doing lately? I kind of like it. He's going out in the streets and he's doing this thing now where he says, I'm a pro-gun advocate, change my mind. And he sits there on a table and people will walk up and then probably judge him and shit. And then some will actually sit down and he'll have like a little bit of a debate with them. And it's actually a very nicely done debate. Like, it's not like them screaming over each other and him being kind of sarcastic to get his point of view across. Like, he actually really talks to him and they go over everything. And I think some people even change their minds after when they leave. And he's hoping that the left can change his mind. So I don't know what his views on cannabis is, but we should go out there and change his mind. What do you think, Alan?
Good luck.
Okay. So
That's all I can say about that.
yes. So,
Good luck. Yes.
Yes. So your opinion, Tranny, it was intentional.
It was intentional. It was provocative.
She was doing it for the likes.
It was provocative.
Doing it for the likes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing it for the reaction. That's, I mean,
This is why I like having you on, because you bring it to the middle ground.
yeah, because I'm definitely not left and I'm definitely not right.
Yeah, well, I'm fucking swinging right so hard I'm gonna hit someone in the forehead with it. I'll tell you what.
You sure about that?
All right, so Al Franken was allegations.
Quick topic as we wrap up.
Allegations. Hey, I can go as long as I want with my podcast.
What's the difference between allegations and crocodilations? It depends on how long
the nose is,
how long
right?
they stick around. See you later,
Jesus.
alligator, and a
After
wild
a while,
crocodile.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boy. Okay, Al Franken kissed and groped a Los Angeles anchor, and I believe she
On a ship.
was
So he was groping a large hunk of metal.
yes, and a woman that was who served our country. Yeah, grabbed her boobs and shit. He even came out and admitted it, and he said, "Hey, I'm sorry. That was wrong of me." Blah blah blah. You know, the typical apology. And the lady that was said groped accepted his apology. So it's like a happy ending.
Are any charges being filed?
No, it's a happy ending.
I wouldn't necessarily call that a happy ending.
For Al Franken. Speaking of happy endings, this is my favorite happy ending. And this is one I wanted to talk about with you. Minnesota Senator Dane
Cook?
Schoen, I think that's his name, a Democrat who once alleged Trump as a sexual predator, busted for sexual assault
You are lying. I never hit you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to make this point for a while now too. Have you noticed that all the Democrats that are all accusing Trump of this and that and whatnot, and how bad he is, how much of a sexual deviant he is, ends up either being a sexual deviant or goes on this whole tirade about how wanting to pretty much overthrow the government.
So remind me why earlier in the year you were so crazy into Pizzagate?
That's on
the similar note, are we supposed to be worried about anything here? You starting up a pizza business?
How'd you know?
Just because you were so heavy into it. Like, that's just how
Dude, I could go on another hour about Pizzagate without even notes.
I'm sure you can.
Without even notes, and I can tell you why it's starting to become more and more true. For example, I fucking lead you right into this. Secret Service agent for Joe Biden claims he had to protect women from him almost as severe, if not more severe, compared to Harvey Weinstein, he claimed. Huh? So that guy is out there touching women, and then if you've seen that video, that compilation of him touching that little girl and shit like that, and whispering in her ear and saying
Joe Biden,
Joe motherfucking Biden, man, our ex vice president. Yeah. So if that ain't no Pizzagate shit to you, then I don't know what it is.
But I don't think that girl was. He was just whispering in her, he was talking to her.
I want you to grow up and be.
Biden's a creepy, socially awkward dude. Like,
yeah. Well, no, he's a creepy sexual predator awkward dude. Do you have like a fucking laugh bank? I think you have more laugh sounds. Jesus Christ! All right. We're almost done here. I'm wrapping it up.
All right.
I'm wrapping it up so tight. No stone conservative sperm is coming out of this. You like that one? Huh?
No, I don't.
President Trump saves UCLA players when they went over and stole a bunch of items in China. They were about to get locked up in Chinese fucking prison. It actually says that on the building. It says Chinese fucking prison.
Oh wow.
Okay, federal.
That's real bad.
I don't even know if they have federal Chinese fucking prison. That's what it says on the building.
That's crazy.
That's actually a quote out of the article. They thank President Trump for securing their release.
They shouldn't have stole shit.
That is a heartwarming story because President Trump is our Lord and Savior.
No, he's not. Lord and Savior.
He's our Lord and Savior.
I'll disagree.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll end it on this. New Mexico next year, Alan, are you ready for it? Is looking to legalize it. And then this is where you play the celebration music.
Okay, hold on. Just a second. So, New Mexico is no items. That's the search.
You know what? Posted it. I'm just kidding, man. You don't have to look it up. But yeah, you want to look at the article real quick?
Yeah.
It was definitely on my page.
Well, no.
Yeah, it's all right. Go to Stone Conservatives. Everyone, if you actually want to follow along with the podcast, you could actually go to Stone Conservatives on Facebook or Twitter, and you can actually check out the articles I'm talking about for every week. So that maybe you could even join in one day. We'll have a Skype thing. Maybe we'll have guests coming in. Phone calls, maybe. It could get huge, Alan. You get real huge. I'm going to drink water in this tiny little bottle with 2 hands. Whoa. I'm President Trump in the Coliseum. We're going to do this. It's going to be great. I'm just literally filling up the time here just so you
I'm
can
looking
find
for it. I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
I'm scrolling here, right there with the buds. With the sweet buds, man. For you people listening at home, do you know what a bud is? It's basically the growth of a marijuana flower. Just how a pineapple would bud. And it takes 2 years for a pineapple to go through its budding process. Did you know that? Did you know about that?
This isn't even saying. This is just talking about they would like next year to have somebody who's running for governor who more supports recreational weed. That's not saying they're pushing to legalize it.
Fake news again.
Fake news.
Fake news.
I don't know why the buttons aren't working.
They're losers.
They're losers.
All right, this was Stone Conservatives. Oh, there it is. This was Stone Conservatives. I'm Cam. You're Alan.
Yeah.
Do you want to plug anything? Because I usually don't do that.
No.
Have a good day.